They see you, chosen one, even when they pretend they don't. Their eyes follow you when you walk into a room, when you speak, when you move through life with that quiet strength you barely realize you carry. They feel it, that energy. The kind that can't be copied, can't be learned, can't be explained. The kind that either draws people in or makes them deeply uncomfortable. But no one says a word. They just watch. In silence. Because they know something about you feels different. From the moment you walk in, you disrupt the atmosphere. It's not your clothes. It's not your words. It's your frequency. You carry a light that most people don't understand. And deep down they sense it. Some are curious. Others are intimidated. But all of them feel it. You've been marked since birth. A divine signature on your soul that cannot be erased. People can't quite figure out why you stand out, but they sense your spirit before you even speak. They may not admit it, but many have already noticed. The way life seems to shape itself around you. The way coincidences seem to follow your steps. The way your presence changes the energy of a place. They can't put it into words, so they keep quiet. But you can see it in their eyes. The way they linger just a little longer. The way they whisper when you pass by. The way their tone changes when you enter the room. You've become a mirror to their souls, chosen one. You expose what they hide, not through confrontation, but through existence. That's why the silence feels heavy, because the moment you appear, masks begin to crack. The truth in others begins to surface. People who are not aligned with you start to feel uneasy. You remind them of the parts of themselves they've buried, their authenticity, their potential, their divine spark. You awaken things in people that they tried to silence. That's why some avoid you. That's why others become strangely obsessed. Everyone reacts differently to light. Some bask in it, some hide from it, but no one ignores it. You've probably noticed the eyes, haven't you? The subtle glances, the random stares, the strange encounters that feel like déjà vu. You're not imagining it. When you carry divine energy, it draws attention, from people and from forces unseen. You're being observed by both the physical and the spiritual. Angels study your strength. Darkness studies your resilience. Both sides know your potential. That's why the battle around you has always felt heavier than what others experience. Because you're not ordinary. You were chosen for something that requires awareness, patience, and power. The silence of others isn't indifference. It's recognition. Deep recognition. Some people see in you what they wish they could become. Others sense what they fear. You make people feel seen, sometimes too seen. Your spirit speaks before your mouth does, and that energy alone commands attention. But it also triggers resistance. Some people can't look you in the eyes because they can't face the truth you reflect back at them. You hold a kind of purity this world forgot. And purity, in a corrupted system, is powerful. It exposes everything fake. Even when you think no one notices, they do. Your growth hasn't gone unseen. Your endurance through pain. Your ability to rebuild after loss. Your silent victories. People are watching, learning, and sometimes envying. They may not clap for you, but they're observing your every move, because deep down they know there's something about your life that's not just ordinary progress. It's divine orchestration. You're being guided, protected, elevated, and that unsettles those still living in the illusion. They can't figure out how you keep getting back up, how you keep glowing after heartbreak, how your spirit refuses to break even when everything goes wrong. They'll never say it to your face, but your resilience disturbs their comfort, because your strength exposes their surrender. Your growth reveals their stagnation. You make them question the lies they've told themselves about limitation. And so, instead of acknowledging it, they stay silent. They pretend not to see, but you can feel their eyes on you, constantly. You might think you're walking alone, but you're not. Even in your quiet seasons when no one checks in, the world is still observing your transformation. Every silent victory, every small act of faith, every night you chose to pray instead of giving up. It's all being seen. Heaven sees it. The universe responds to it. Even the people who once left you behind can sense the shift. You're not the same person they used to know. You've evolved, and your spirit is louder now, even without words. That's why your silence is so powerful. You don't have to announce who you are. Your energy already does that for you. You don't have to defend your name. Your presence speaks louder than any rumor. You don't have to chase validation. Those who are meant to recognize your light will do so in divine timing. The eyes that watch you will eventually see the truth. Because when God elevates you, He does it in a way no one can deny. Even those who doubted you will have to witness it. So when you feel the weight of unseen eyes, don't fear it. Embrace it. Because it's proof that your light is active, proof that you're radiating something the world can't ignore. Every stare, every whisper, every silent observation is confirmation that your purpose is unfolding exactly as planned. They may never tell you they're inspired by you. They may never admit you've awakened something inside them. But deep down, they know. They watch your life quietly because they can sense that something divine is at work. You've become a living testimony that the unseen is real. Your journey, your resilience, your glow, it all carries a message. That chosen ones don't need an audience to be recognized. The light finds its own stage, and soon the same eyes that watch you in silence will witness something they'll never forget. Because the silence that surrounds you right now is the sound before revelation. You've probably started to notice it by now, how energy changes when you walk in. Conversations shift. People go quiet. Some suddenly get defensive. Others start explaining themselves to you for no reason. It's not coincidence. It's because your very presence activates something in their spirit. You're not like everyone else, and their soul knows it long before their mind can process it. You carry divine codes, frequencies that awaken or expose depending on what's inside the person in front of you. That's why they watch you, chosen one. Because when they look at you, they see truth. But the truth isn't always comfortable. It's like a light turned on in a dark room. Everything that was hiding gets revealed. That's what your presence does. You remind people of their forgotten potential, their buried guilt, their lost connection to something higher. You bring clarity in a world that feeds off confusion. So instead of embracing it, they observe from a distance. They study you silently. They talk about you when you're not around, trying to make sense of what makes you so different. They can't name it, but they feel it. That's the real reason so many people pull away without explanation. It's not rejection, it's recognition. Their spirit recognizes something ancient in you, something sacred, and not everyone is ready to face that reflection. You're like a walking reminder of what they could be if they surrendered to their calling. And for some, that's too much to handle. So they watch quietly. They'll never tell you how your growth shook their ego. They'll never admit your peace made them question their chaos. But deep down they know, even the ones who mistreated you, they're still watching. They check your social media. They ask mutual friends. They keep tabs on your life because a part of them knows they mishandled someone rare. They can't forget you because you left an imprint that's spiritual, not emotional. They sense your energy even when you're miles away. It's that unexplainable connection that can't be deleted, can't be replaced. That's why your name still crosses their mind unexpectedly. Because chosen energy doesn't fade. It lingers in their reality like an echo of what they lost. And beyond people, there are forces too. Light and darkness both study you. Heaven monitors your growth because your obedience determines how much you can be trusted with next. The darker side watches too, looking for weaknesses, trying to understand how you keep surviving storms that would have destroyed anyone else. You confuse darkness. You frustrate it, because no matter what hits you, you rise again. And each time you rise, you come back wiser, stronger, and more anointed. That's why your life feels like constant observation, because it is. You're a living example of divine resilience. Every season you've endured wasn't just for you. It was a message to the unseen world that light cannot be broken. And the world sees that too. That's why people you barely know seem curious about your story. Why strangers sometimes open up to you out of nowhere. Why others project negativity even though you've done nothing to them. They can feel that your life carries spiritual weight. You're not just existing. You're vibrating on a frequency that commands attention. The world doesn't clap for you, but the universe responds to you. Have you noticed how things seem to align just when you're about to give up? How divine timing always steps in no matter how chaotic it gets. That's not luck. That's orchestration. You're being guided through every delay, every betrayal, every quiet season. The silence around you isn't punishment, it's preparation. The eyes watching you are witnessing transformation in real time. You're becoming what you were sent here to be, and they can feel it before even you can see it. This is why your isolation has been sacred. You've been hidden for a reason. God separates his chosen ones before elevation. The quiet years, the unnoticed work, the private tears, all of it has been building something within you that the public will soon witness. They're watching you because somewhere deep in their intuition, they can feel that something's about to happen. They can't explain why they're drawn to you, but they sense your breakthrough is near. And when it happens, the silence will turn into shock. Don't let their quietness make you doubt your impact. The ones who don't speak are often the ones most moved. They're absorbing your energy, your progress, your lessons. You're teaching people just by existing authentically. That's the thing about chosen energy. It doesn't need validation to be powerful. It just is. Your life itself becomes a message, a living prophecy. Every challenge you've survived carries revelation. Every loss you've endured became fuel for wisdom. And that wisdom radiates from you now, even when you don't say a word. Sometimes you'll catch someone staring and you'll feel that strange knowing that they see something in you. Maybe they can't explain it, but you can. They're recognizing your light. They're seeing the reflection of divinity moving through human form. They're seeing someone who's been through hell and came out purified. You represent hope in a world that's forgotten what faith looks like. That's why you're watched. Because your existence reminds people that miracles still walk the earth. You may think you're ordinary, but the truth is your spirit doesn't blend in. It stands out even when you're silent, even when you try to shrink. The chosen can't hide. Their energy exposes them everywhere they go, and that's exactly how it's meant to be, because your light was never meant for you alone. It was meant to awaken others. Some will resist it, others will be drawn to it, but no one will remain the same after encountering you. So when you notice the stares, the quiet energy, the strange patterns of attention, understand what's happening. It's confirmation. It's proof that your frequency is felt beyond words. You're radiating something they can't explain but can't ignore. Even in their silence, they're acknowledging your calling. Even in their distance, they're testifying to your power. They may never say a word, but the eyes never lie. And soon, chosen one, those silent eyes will see something that will leave them speechless. Because what's coming next isn't just recognition, it's revelation. You were hidden for a season, but you won't be hidden forever. The same silence that surrounds you now will soon turn into awe. They'll realize that what they were watching all along wasn't just a person. It was destiny in motion. There's a shift happening right now, and whether you feel it or not, the atmosphere around your life is changing. The eyes that once watched you in silence are starting to sense it too. They can feel something stirring, something divine aligning itself around your name. They may not say anything, but their spirit knows. Your season of hiding is ending. The same people who doubted you are feeling a strange awareness that you're about to be revealed. They can't explain it, but the energy around you feels heavier now. Not in a bad way, but in a powerful, destined way. Something in the unseen world is announcing your arrival. You've walked through darkness quietly. You've cried behind closed doors, healed in silence, worked when no one clapped, and believed when no one encouraged you. Those private battles were not wasted. Every tear you shed watered the ground of your next season. Every disappointment carved depth into your soul. Every lonely night built the strength of someone who could carry divine responsibility. And that's why they're watching, because the glow you have now didn't come from comfort. It came from survival. You were shaped in the fire, and now the world can sense the flame. You've become too powerful to ignore even for those who pretend not to see. They act indifferent, but deep down they know something supernatural is happening in your life. Your spirit has leveled up. You no longer respond the same, move the same, or think the same. You carry peace in situations that used to break you. You smile in storms that used to drown you. You've become a living example of divine evolution. And it's unsettling for those who haven't transformed. But you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to awaken. Your very presence is prophetic. It announces change without words. You walk into rooms and shift frequencies. You stand in silence and the atmosphere adjusts. People don't understand how you do it. How you maintain balance, grace, and confidence after everything that was designed to destroy you. But the truth is, it was never just you. God has been walking beside you the entire time, guiding your steps, protecting your purpose, and preparing your revelation moment. That's what's happening now. The unveiling. The season of silence is about to end. You've been observed long enough. Every lesson, every delay, every detour was orchestrated so that when God lifts you, no one can deny it. The ones who whispered in private will have to witness in public. The same people who thought you were finished will see you standing in blessing so undeniable that even your enemies will have to admit it was divine. And when that happens, their silence will turn into awe. It's already starting quietly. You can feel the shift in energy. People who ignored you are slowly becoming curious again. Those who underestimated you are checking in, pretending it's casual, but you can feel the difference. They sense something changing. They just don't know what it is yet. But you do. You've been in spiritual alignment, patiently waiting while heaven rearranged things in your favor. Now the waiting is ending. You're about to walk into rooms your name has already reached. You're about to step into blessings that were whispered long before you arrived. The eyes watching you won't be able to stay silent much longer, because the grace on your life is becoming visible. The same energy that once made people uncomfortable will soon make them inspired. Your light is about to shift from unseen to undeniable. You've spent so long in the background that people forgot your name, but God didn't. He was building your foundation in private so that your elevation could be permanent. Temporary attention fades fast, but divine recognition, that lasts forever. You're entering a season where everything you lost will be replaced with better. The friendships, the love, the opportunities, all of it will return but purified. The wrong people left because they couldn't breathe in your new altitude. You were never abandoned, you were filtered. And now, those who truly carry the same frequency as you will find you naturally. Divine alignment always replaces what isolation removed. And those who used to watch you with envy will soon watch you with awe, because they'll realize they were witnessing a chosen one being prepared for impact. You've been misunderstood for years because you were walking in revelation before others could see it. You knew things before they unfolded. You felt energy shifts before situations changed. And while others mocked your intuition, now they're starting to notice you were right. They're starting to see the evidence of what you always sensed, that your path wasn't ordinary. You weren't being delayed. You were being developed. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. Every detour had a reason, and that reason is about to be revealed through manifestation. The silence that once felt painful will soon feel sacred, because you'll understand that being unseen was your greatest protection. They couldn't ruin what they couldn't recognize. And now that the work is done, your spirit is ready to be seen, not as who you used to be, but as who you've become. Someone reborn in awareness, covered in grace and grounded in purpose. And that version of you will command respect without words. That version of you will walk into every room and shift the atmosphere effortlessly. Because now, you fully embody what you were always destined to become. So when you feel those eyes again, the glances, the strange silence, the quiet observation, don't shrink. Don't hide. Let them watch. Because this time, they're not just seeing you. They're witnessing the power of divine transformation. You're walking proof that light always wins, that truth always rises, that purpose always prevails. You've become a living prophecy of what happens when faith doesn't give up, even when no one is cheering. Every eye that watched your struggle will soon watch your rise. Every person who underestimated your silence will witness the roar that comes after it. You don't need to announce what's coming. Your energy already does. You're stepping into a timeline where favor will speak for you, blessings will identify you, and divine timing will introduce you to what was always yours. The same way they used to whisper about your pain, they'll whisper about your glow. Because the truth is, chosen one, you were never just being watched. You were being documented by heaven itself. Every act of faith, every tear, every moment of endurance, all of it has been recorded. And soon the world will see the evidence of your divine journey. The silence is ending. The revelation is beginning. And when it happens, you won't have to say a word. Your presence will say it all.